Michael Canfield. This is my portfolio critique. I came to Barry as a decided CRT major. I came here and visited when my brother first came to Barry, and I had been told about Hackberry through the grapevine. And I was told that I was going to be right up my alley because I was on the robotics team, and I was really big into like the crafting and creating. So I came here and I showed up here at like 1 o'clock in the morning actually, and Zane, Mariah, and somebody else was here, and they showed me around the lab. They showed me the electric Carmagia, and I was hooked ever since then. I was like, that's where I want to go. This is awesome. Creative technologies really just made sense for me. It tied together all of my like passions. Like I really like creating things. I like woodworking. I love cars and electronics. So it all just blended together coming here. The theme for my portfolio is 3D design for consumer goods and home furnishings. In the future, I really want to get into the design of high performance auto parts. Yeah, so my first project that I'm going to be showing is my Fusion Dream Room. This was my final project for Chris's Fusion class. On the right is the picture of one of the more time-consuming things that I designed for it, which is the fridge. And this was an 11 by 11 room that I had made everything in it to size and to scale. And it was just really like my ideal layout for like chilling and hanging out. So the fridge has every working piece that it would on a real fridge. It has a knob to control the temperature. The shelves slide in and out. It even has threaded screws that mount the door to the thing, and it has a hinge that works. Okay. This is another piece that I did a lot of designing for in the room. Felt like it wouldn't be a very representative chill space of myself if it wasn't in there. And it was a pretty hard piece to design, honestly, because to get it to look right, I had to do a lot of interior design. I had to build an exterior shape and then extrude stuff inside of it and make all of the percolators and everything. This is just a little bit more in-depth view of the refrigerator. Oh darn, the little knob is right on the fire escape. But it even has a little beer can in it, and it has the ice shelves with the vents and everything. This is a top view of the room. It has a fan, and it has a projector and my Xbox and everything. So this is just like an example of some of the design work that I can do and all of the little details I can add into it. Like I didn't put a zoomed in picture of it, but the projector is another piece of the room that I spent a lot of time on. And it actually has the rings that you can zoom and focus like you would on a real projector, and it has all of the actual buttons that my projector has. And it has all of the ports and everything that like the HDMI ports, the aux ports, and I tried to really go in depth on that one. This is some more stuff that lends into the home design. On the left is a picture of a sink that I made in Chris's class, and it was modeled after my sink at home, but not an exact replica. I really liked the style of my sink at home, and I wanted to make it more accentuated. On the left, there is a fan. It was also modeled after something in real life. It was modeled after the fan in my room, but the fan in my room is kind of boring. So I wanted to add some more flair to it with all of the gold accents and some of the little cuts and everything. So this is a different view of the sink. This is from the top, and it shows the countertop that went with it and how it all fits together with all the different granites and how the knobs fit into the countertop and everything. And it's hard to see or show, but the knobs actually do turn, and all of the piping is hollow, so like it would be a functional sink if it wasn't 3D design. This is a different view of the fan. It really shows that like I tried to get it as close to accurate as possible. Like the blade sizes are to scale. The lights actually have the, I don't know the technical name for it, but the piece in it that actually makes it light up, and I used the effect to make them glow like real lights as well. This is another view of it. It just shows off the more stylized parts of the fan. This is something that I see more what I will be working on in the future. This is something that I did for a hackathon this semester. It was designing a skid plate for my Tacoma. So this skid plate goes on the lower control arms of my Tacoma, which is a common piece for off-roading vehicles to get damaged or chipped or injured by like rocks hitting them when they're on the trails. So this helps protect your lower control arm and adds longevity to your vehicle. But I designed it because I have a truck and I go off-roading a lot, and I started from scratch. There was no plans online or anything that I could get dimensions from. So to make this, I actually had to get down under my car and find the exact measurements between all of these holes and the exact right bends, so that when I plasma cut it out and bent it, it would fit into the slot that it had and it wouldn't come into contact with any other components in my car. Because if you have it a little too large in one space, it could cut a brake line or any sort of, like, it could come in contact with other parts of your car and it could be very harmful. So this is something that I've been working on a lot this semester. And these are case designs for more consumer goods. So on the left is my Game Boy case, and I tried to make it as true to the original Game Boy style of case as I could, with the button layouts and everything. And on this side is my watch case. It was designed to be very ergonomical and fit right on your wrist and be smooth and feel good and look good. So this is what the gamepad started out as. And we started out with just a bunch of circuits, and we had to move into a design like this that we made all from our head, and like we laid it out however we wanted. And I'm gonna go back to this. And it's hard to see, but inside the case, I actually have form fit slots that all of the components on it will slide right into, and it will be friction fit in there. There's no mounting holes or anything. That has been my semester for 3D design. I've been working a lot with the more consumer goods and getting something that is a finished product that I could market. This is my capstone project, and this has been a grind this semester. I started last Christmas, and I've been making boards nonstop since, and they have been getting better. These are live wood and resin boards, and they're completely unique. Every board comes out different than the next. It is a long process to get each board done, but I've learned a lot through the process, and each board has gotten better and more pretty throughout the time. And this is just some examples of my work, and I've done a good job of trying to get my name out there, and I've sold 11 boards so far this semester, and I've made 16 total. I have also had customers from different states. This one was in Boston. I have another customer in Boston as well. I have 2 customers from Florida, and I've had 7 others in Georgia. I have a Facebook page, an Etsy page, and a website all for this. And I've been trying to grow my name and my brand by making posts that update across the board. So anytime I post on my Etsy, it goes straight over to my Facebook page and to my website. So this semester I operated pretty well. I made 14 boards and I sold, that one's wrong, I sold 2 of them this week. So I've sold 11 boards with a net profit of $730. Oh, yeah, $750. My goal was to sell, or was to make 30 boards, and I'm still planning on doing that, but I think that it will be done after this semester and through the summer, because I plan to continue this as a side hustle in the future, because it is very lucrative and it's something that I really enjoy working on. So at the spring market, I sold 5 boards for a profit of $900. And in the 2 days after that, I actually sold 2 more boards, which was awesome. And like I said, I had set up a Square account. I have my Etsy page, and I sold direct to the customers. And I plan to continue doing that this summer at marketplaces in Orlando, because I have been looking around already, and it seems like a much more expensive market in Orlando than it is here in Rome. People with similar products are selling theirs for 250 plus on the low end in the marketplaces, which would be awesome. Like I said, I plan to continue this, but I think that I'm going to stray a little bit away from exclusively making charcuterie boards, and I want to get into more some of the technical parts of the woodworking, and I want to make coffee tables and like end tables, maybe some cabinets and stuff that have the live wood and epoxy flair that I love. And in conclusion, I'm looking for jobs currently in Orlando, Fort Worth, Texas, and in Colorado. My dream companies that I've found that do pretty much exactly what I would like to do in the future are companies like Hennessy and Aries. They design cars completely from scratch, and these are the highest performing cars in the world. And they manufacture all of their own parts in-house, and they put the cars together and they test it all right there in-house, and their employees get to be with the cars from this awesome idea phase all the way to being the world record holder for the land speed record. So that is where I hope to find myself in the future.